everybody. Dave Brown and Corey Macklin here at ringside. We're ready with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling, and boy, it is shaping up to be a big one here today. Let me just tell you that this has been another huge week in the USWA, and it doesn't stop now.
No, sir, indeed. Today, we're going to take a look, Dave, at the USWA Tag Title bout that took place last Monday night down at the Big One Expo Center with Flex Cavana and Bart Sawyer taking on Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. We'll have highlights of that action. Also, we'll see Flex Cavana and Bart Sawyer right here today in action. Also, Too Sexy Brian Christopher today. We'll see him in action. And also, the feud continues between Bill Superstar Dundee and Wolfie D. We'll have some highlights of the action from the Big One as well as from Louisville, Kentucky at the Louisville Garden.
That's exactly right. We also have scheduled here today a unified world title match. We're hoping everything continues to come together, and we'll have that one for you. Not only that, the winner of the match here today will face a very large competitor this very Monday night at the Big One Expo Center. It's going to be the biggest card so far at the Big One Expo Center.
Indeed.
The challenger who is coming in is someone who we had thought, and he thought, was going to be out of wrestling forever due to a neck injury, but it has healed properly. It was better than expected. The doctors have released him to return to wrestling in the WWF and right here in the USWA. He'll be challenging for the unified title this coming Monday night at the Big One Expo Center. Here's who I'm talking about right here.
What in the world is going on here? Sid Vicious, that is Sid Vicious, has entered the ring, and man alive, what in the world? The man that rules the world, he's here, and he's here to stay.
Roland Lawler right now.
Oh, look out.
Throttle slam of his, grabs Lawler right by the throat, hammers him down. Davey hit his head on that ring.
Referee, the only thing I can tell you to do is raise the man's head and give him the ball.
Boy, what a win. What a win. Jump a guy before, come up, get him where he can't wrestle, and get a forfeit out of him. You really gotta be proud. Spellbinder picks him up, and Vicious slams him down into the mat. Huber, seeing that, backs away. The referee comes over, counts 1, 2, 3.
Vicious sets up the Missouri Tiger. Big power bomb. Oh, my goodness. Puts his hands on him. 2, 3. Well, whips it Vicious into the ropes. Oh, he swings after him. And Vicious grabs the Undertaker, goes for that throttle slam, and takes the Undertaker down. Trying to get to his feet in there in this unified world title bout, and it is a bout. Look at this. What are we going to get here, Lance? Suplexes Mabel. Oh, man.
So you got to realize something. To be the unified world champion, you got to be able to be gassed out at the mat, but keep coming. And see, Dave Brown, that's exactly what I am. I am a machine. I am a fuel-injected suicide machine, my friend. The stuff at nothing.
Here Monday night at the Big One Expo Center. We'll be back in just a moment with the USWA Tag Team Champions Flex Cavana and Bart Sawyer. All right. Yes, indeed. I tell you, we've got a situation here with the USWA Tag Team Champions. Now, this is not going to be a title match here today, but Flex Cavana and Bart Sawyer. They were the champions. They lost the belts, and all of a sudden they have the belts back again as they said they would, and I know they're thrilled about that. So they're going to be coming in not to defend the belts here today, but to be in action nonetheless. First, though, want to take a look at some highlights of the match where they regained the tag title belts. Here it is right here. That is Bart Sawyer, grabbed from behind. Jerry Lawler is in there. It's Lawler and Dundee against Cavana and Sawyer.
Now, first of all, what I want to know,
now, what are you doing here, Scott Bowden? Scott, we're here to talk about.
Why is this relevant? Why most of these?
What do you mean? Why
is it relevant? Because the tag titles changed hands. That's why it's relevant.
Well, we don't need to look at that. That's old news. Let's look to the future. Let's look to the future. Let's talk about all the title opportunities that I'm working on right now.
What title opportunities?
I've got a lot of things working on right now. I'm going to get Lawler and Dundee back to the top. That's in the past. That's in the past. Why don't we want to look to the past? Let's look to the future.
Well, the future is, Bowden, that we've got new USWA Tag Champions, and it's Bart Sawyer and Flex Cavana.
That's right, and that's who's going to be defending the belts next time there is a tag title match with the belts at stake, which they're not today, by the way. But I remind you, you were out here, and I think everybody on your side was taking this team very, very lightly. I mean, the King himself was out here making jokes, insulting Bart Sawyer particularly, and they just came back, took care of business as we would have seen.
They thought that we were going to go in there and have a fair match right down the middle. But little did we know that they had referee Bill Rush in their back pocket. Everybody knows that Bart Sawyer and Bill Rush are both members of SPA, Short Persons Anonymous.
Now stop that whole thing.
That's the truth. They had referee Bill Rush in their back pocket, and that is the only reason why they had those.
That is not the truth.
I'm not sure. Part of the reason, if you want to, can we go back to the tape, please? Yeah.
Here it is. Right here.
Let's take a look. Look,
we were looking to the future.
Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, one reason Scott Bowden wants to stop this tape and not show the rest of it. Matter of fact, just watch along with us, and I think it'll perhaps be apparent that Mr. Bowden may be in trouble with his tag team right here. Is that not true?
Yeah. Trying to stir up trouble, Dave Brown. Thanks a lot, Dave.
When you're around, we don't have to stir too hard to find trouble.
Yeah,
he's trying to help Copacabana up.
Trying to help,
He was so tired.
And right here, Cavana rolls him up. Gets the three.
The three count was so fast you didn't even see it. The field did not even catch it. It was faster than a speeding bullet. Bill Rush has got to be the worst referee we've had since Jerry Calhoun. Everybody knows that. We're disputing right here this quick count that Bill Rush did. You didn't even see it on the field because it was so quick. Actually, I think, Bill Rush is a recovering alcoholic, Dave.
Come on, Scott. Stop insulting everybody out here with these goofy things.
I'm just saying the facts. Bill Rush is a recovering alcoholic.
No, he is not.
I saw him earlier. He was killing off a 12-pack of slits out in the parking lot before the matches started. I'm serious. Don't smirk at me, Dave. Look, see? Look, he tried to sucker punch me right there. See?
Yeah.
See?
After you kept shoving him around,
you attacked him.
Sucker punch. What a
sucker punch. You attacked him.
Yeah. Here I am. I just knocked Bill Rush out. I just got him with a good right hook. He didn't.
And then look what happens here, Dave. Yeah, they're helping him up all right. They're holding referee Bill Rush while Scott Bowden lights in on him.
Yeah, okay, so we've seen
I'll prove to Bill Rush that rich boys can get rough. That's how we take out the trash in Germantown, Corey Macklin. That's how we take out the trash.
Yeah, we saw exactly what happened. Hope you paid close attention to all of that and who jumped who and whose fault and all of that it was. You're looking at him right here. We've got a match in the ring, if you don't mind, Mr. Bowden. Tony Falk is... Tony Falk is up there with Edric Hines, and we're going to bring out the tag team champions right now and get action underway right here in the ring.
Edric Hines and Tony Falk standing in the USWA Tag Team Champions. Making their way to the ring area now. Bart Sawyer, Flex Cavana. Here they are, Dave.
They're smiling, and they should be smiling because they regained the USWA Tag Team titles in spite of Scott Bowden.
Well, they're not going to be smiling very long, I can promise you that. I'm fixing to rain on their little parade.
We don't need any interference on here today.
Referee is downtown Bruno.
Get up. Get up, Court. I can do your job. Get up, Court.
Belts handed out for safekeeping. Here we go. Referee calls for the bell.
I'll tell you what, the natives are restless today. Get a load of this audience over here. Looks like a scene out of Deliverance. Where do you get this audience anyway, Dave? How do they get in?
How do we get Bowden out here? Why don't we ask ourselves that?
Scott, I'm not even gonna answer that question, and I'll appreciate it if you'll just quit insulting everybody. In particular, quit insulting the audience out here, for heaven's sake.
I believe Bart Simpson has just made Tony Falk mad. Tony Falk is a seasoned professional. He's in prime physical condition, and he is about to take this little boy to school. I can promise you that.
And that's Bart Sawyer.
Who cares?
If you'd pay attention, you would know these things.
Who cares what his name is? Bart Simpson, Copacabana, soon to be former tag team champions.
Flex Cavana coming in. Soon to be, maybe, maybe not. But right now, they are the USWA Tag Team title holders.
I'll tell you what, Copacabana, I know why he was smiling earlier, because he saved that nasty, nappy hair of his. You know, his hair's so nappy, he's got to take a pain pill in the morning to brush it. Did you know that, Dave? And he is just so, he's so happy that he saved that, what do you call it, pretty Polynesian locks. We're going to take
Lena Cabana in, taking care of business, boy. Tony Falk rolls under the ring. Under the ropes, and he's out of there. Out of the ring early is Tony Falk. And Scott Bowden's over in the corner. He's been itching to get over there, I think, ever since this bout has started.
Said something to Tony Falk. I don't know what it was, but at least he's now away from the ring. I really don't like it at all when Bowden is anywhere within a couple of feet of the ring, because you always interfere.
Well, I don't really like it when I'm in a couple of feet of you, Dave, because I get that big whip of brute coming at me that takes my nostrils.
Hey, we could solve that. If you wouldn't mind standing about 5 feet away, we'd be a lot happier.
Ooh, Cabana with a tough move there. Big forearm. And knocks down Edric Hines, and he picks Hines up. Tags his partner, the other half of the USWA Tag Team Champion. Here comes Bart Sawyer.
Top rope DQ.
Sawyer comes flying down. 2, 3, and that's it. USWA Tag Team Champions. Looking good in good fashion. Sawyer and Cabana.
And they get the victory in the non-title match here today. Everything they did looked good today. They are guys who are fan favorites when it comes to being the champions. They give the fans a lot of credit. There they are. They've got the belts. And there are your USWA Tag Team Champions, Flex Cabana and Bart Sawyer. And that's it. And I
tell you what, when you mention the champions, you should say Bart Simpson, Copacabana, and Bill Rush. They are all co-holders of the USWA Tag Team titles.
Well, that's the world according to Mr. Bowden. And don't pay a lot of attention to that. Pay attention to this.
I'm not paying attention to you.
We're going to take a break. We're going to be back without him, I hope,
for a break.
in just a moment.
No,
You're not running it either.
Right now, going to take a look at USWA action on tour, beginning Monday night at the Big One Expo Center. Sid Vicious returns to the USWA. That's right. Sid, Monday night, 7:30 is bell time. Boy, let me tell you, an all-star card has been signed. We will tell you all about it a bit later on, but it's all at the Big One Expo Center at Interstate 40 and Hollywood. 7:30 is bell time. Parking only $1. And an all-star card has been signed with Sid Vicious returning Monday night to the Big One Expo Center. Hey, Wednesday night, July 17th, Tunica, Mississippi, Sheraton Casino. That's coming up this Wednesday night. 7:30 is bell time. There's going to be 3 championship matches on the card Wednesday night. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, Jerry the King Lawler, Superstar Bill Dundee, Too Sexy Brian Christopher on the card. Dangerous Doug Gilbert, Miss Texas, Whoopie D, all Wednesday night, Tunica, Mississippi, Sheraton Casino at Casino Center. Always a great night at the Sheraton. 7:30 bell time for Wednesday night. Thursday, July 18th, Harrisburg, Arkansas, at the National Guard Armory. 7:30 bell time in Harrisburg. You'll see Double J, Jeff Jarrett, Christopher, Dundee, Whoopie D, Flex Cabana, and Bart Sawyer. The USWA Tag Champions will be in Harrisburg. Miss Texas, Colorado Kid, and a Giant Warrior. All signed for Harrisburg. Thursday, July 18th. Friday the 19th, Bolivar, Tennessee, at the Bolivar High School, 8 o'clock bell time. Sponsored by the Quarterback Club right there in Bolivar, Tennessee. Advanced tickets on sale, as always, at Richard's Barbecue. The King, Jerry Lawler, Double J, Jeff Jarrett, all signed for the card there. Too Sexy Brian Christopher, Dangerous Doug Gilbert, Whoopie D, Bill Dundee, Miss Texas, all in Bolivar, Tennessee. Friday, July the 19th, at the Bolivar High School, 8 o'clock bell time. Hey, also coming up, next Saturday, next Saturday, there's going to be free wrestling out at Midway Ford. That's between Germantown and Collierville on Poplar, 2082 West Poplar Avenue. Next Saturday, beginning at 2 o'clock bell time. Free wrestling, great day to bring the family out. Next Saturday, 2 o'clock, Midway Ford on Poplar between Germantown and Collierville. Hey, Thursday, July 25th, we'll be in Manila, Arkansas at the Civic Center. USWA action there. Luxor, Arkansas, Saturday, July 27th at the Recreation Center. And also coming up Wednesday, July the 24th, Lady Luck
Casino Pavilion. Boy, look forward to going back to the Lady Luck at the West Helena, Arkansas Bridge there. USW action at the Lady Luck Casino Pavilion has been signed and set up for Wednesday night. We'll be back at Lady Luck Wednesday, July the 24th. We have got more action coming up right here on USWA Championship Wrestling. We will get back to it in just a moment.
And in the ring right now is going to be going against the USWA Heavyweight Champion in just a moment. It's a non-title match. Charlie Laird's his name. Corey's from your hometown, Millington, Tennessee.
That's right.
And has his work cut out for him today because Brian Christopher will be headed this way. Here he comes right here. There's the USWA heavyweight title belt around his waist. Again, the title is not at stake today. Think the fans like him?
Yeah, I think so.
Brian Christopher. Whoa. He comes out ready to go every time.
Oh, boy, he's fired up. Too sexy, Brian Christopher, USWA champion, as you mentioned, Dave. And boy, he is ready for action here today on the USWA.
Downtown Bruno, the referee of this match. As soon as we get the signal from him, we will be underway with more action. Got a lot so far, and more planned for you. Don't be going anywhere till this one's done. Brian, with a word or two to the crowd, hands the belt out to security, and the referee calls for the bell, and here we go, Corey. Charlie Laird.
Ready,
Brian Christopher.
Ready for it, Dave. Downtown Bruno, the referee officiating this one. Christopher goes after that arm immediately of Charlie Laird. Takes Laird down to the mat. Charlie Laird's complaining that he pulled his hair when he took him down.
Well, he might have. And Brian will do that sort of thing if he feels necessary in a match. Didn't see him pull the hair. But...
No, I didn't either. So Brian Christopher stands in, tangles up with Laird right in the middle of the ring. Standing headlock. Laird backs him up into the rope. Shoulder from Christopher comes off. Leaps over Charlie Laird. Laird goes over and Christopher, boy, standing right behind Charlie Laird, and he was right there waiting for him.
Laird never knew what hit him. He just snapped him back. Yeah, he's pulling hair down, no doubt about it. He's also, with that laugh, sort of insulting Charlie. Laird. Brian using the rope. He's choking him. He's left him hanging. Slides out of the ring. Wow. Right hand.
Oh, he popped him with that one. Too sexy, Brian Christopher. Back into the ring and on Charlie Laird.
Brian in total control, and he knows it.
Oh, that's an open hand. Slap Laird right across the chop. Big drop kick from Too Sexy. And it's been all Brian Christopher in this bout. The USWA Heavyweight Champion. Comes right down is in the midsection of Laird.
Brian didn't go for the cover. Goes back to work on Charlie Laird. He's around behind the hand. Snaps that neck.
Well, that's a tough move, Dave. He leaped right over him and pulled the head of Laird forward and popped that neck.
Brian asked the crowd what they wanted to see, and they're all started to chant super kick, super kick. Well, there it is.
Charlie Laird with a leapfrog and thought he had made himself a pretty nice move, but it turned out that Christopher was standing there waiting for him, hopped him with that super kick. Now he's on the top rope. Drops the leg down on Charlie Laird, and it's good night on the ring. That's going to do it. 1, 2, 3. USWA Heavyweight Champion, Too Sexy, Brian Christopher with the win.
And we'll be back with more in just a moment.
Hello, folks. Double J here, and today I stand here like I do every week to tell everybody that I am the greatest unified world heavyweight champion ever. The proof is in the pudding. The belt is still around my waist. Doug Gilbert, I'm taking you out today, Monday night. Oh, it's going to be big Sid Vicious. You know, Frank, every wrestler's dream when they step into the ring, every wrestler's dream when they get in this great sport is to be the unified world heavyweight champion. But all it is for you, Doug Gilbert, all it is for you, Sid Vicious, it's going to be a nightmare because it's never going to happen. You know, past, present, and future. Oh, Double J is the greatest ever. Isn't that right, Frank?
We're with you all the way, boss.
The greatest ever.
The greatest ever, huh? Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Well, he's a tough champion. There's no doubt about it. Of course, he's got all his entourage with him. That bothers us a great deal. But he's coming in here, and he's going to be defending the unified title right here.
Well, there he is.
Here he comes.
What did you say, the greatest ever?
I said that you're a tough unified champion. I don't believe greatest ever is anything I said, but
He is
anyway.
tough, and he's got a tough defense.
He's
right here today.
got Tony Falk and Frank Morrell with him out here, too. In the corner. Here comes the challenger. Dangerous Doug Gilbert. They don't call him dangerous for nothing either, let me tell you. Doug Gilbert saying hi to the fans on the way to the ring. And will be climbing up there to challenge for the unified world title right here on television today.
Boy, what about Double J, Jeff Jarrett, the unified world champion, defending the title right here today.
Special time limit for television. Usually, of course, a title match, you have a 1 hour time limit. We probably won't quite make that today. But by agreement with everyone, that's all right. Double J, Jeff Jarrett climbing the rope, displaying the hardware. There is the unified world title. And what Jeff says he's taking it out of the ring. He doesn't want it. Oh, well. Climbed up on our desk here. Yeah. Thinks he's above her. Says he's above everybody. Belongs to the boss right now. Will it belong to the boss when this match is over? That's the question. Doug Gilbert doesn't think so. Doug Gilbert, I guarantee you, is confident that he can defeat Jeff Jarrett and walk out of here unified world champion. Jeff Jarrett, you've seen, you know he's confident that he can't be beaten, that he will walk out with a belt around his waist just like he came in here. We'll see as we go along. The title is at stake. Jarrett against Doug Gilbert.
My boss is way ahead of Doug Gilbert. My boss is far better than Doug Gilbert.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Gilbert just made a nice move that time. Took the boss down.
To do that, he pulled his hair.
No, I didn't see any hair, Frank. Frank Morrell claiming hair pulling from Doug Gilbert. He's complaining to the referee, Dan Tambuno, about it. Dangerous Doug Gilbert. Challenging Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Unified world heavyweight title on the line here today.
When you're looking at Double J, you're looking at the very best. Just look at him. Ain't he great? He's the greatest.
Tony Falk. Gilbert whips Jarrett in. Jarrett goes under. Dodges that forearm and oh,
Right there.
celebrating.
Boss man has got too much class for Doug Gilbert, Corey. Now, that's all there is to it. You saw that yourself, didn't you?
Frank Morrell. That is 2 cents worth. Maybe you get which page.
My sentiment is exact on that. Double J, Jeff Jarrett back into the corner. By dangerous Doug Gilbert. Gilbert swung at him. Jarrett dodged the right hand. Struts around the ring and another celebration from the champion.
You got two guys right here who have wrestled all over the world. Both of them have wrestled in the WWF. Of course, Double J. Quite a career going on. Doug Gilbert, he's been to Japan. He's been everywhere too. And now here they are facing each other. There's some hair pulling by Doug Gilbert. I saw that one. Jarrett off the rope. Oh, my goodness, what a right fist he hit him with. Look at Gilbert.
He's putting it on him, boy.
Jarrett did the wise thing. Get out of the ring. Get away from him. Take a 10 count to get back in there. That does give referee downtown Bruno an opportunity to tell Doug Gilbert, look,
Tell him the rules.
keep the fist open. Crowd's at 7. The referee's at only 3, though, on the count. Jarrett rolls through the ring. That stops the count.
Smart move there.
Yeah, it was smart.
Yeah, I think the referee's at 5, and the crowd's already at 10.
Crowd counts real well. They are. I like their count.
Doug Gilbert. And he goes up with the unified champion. Jarrett whips him into the ropes. Gilbert leaps over, and Frank Morrell
Tripped him up. Yeah, Frank sees his boss in trouble, and he gets into the action, interfering.
Yeah, that's great.
Interfering in the match. Can't let his boss win fair and square. Can't take a chance that Doug Gilbert wins fair and square. Oh!
He's got Morrell. Oh, and Jarrett stops him.
Down here on the floor.
Yeah, so what you did to him, too, Frank.
Yeah.
Stay out of the way over there. Stop interfering in everybody. Jeff Jarrett going after Doug Gilbert. Rams him into the ring post. And back into the ring. What about you bothering him, Frank?
Yeah, Frank, you got such a heart condition. Maybe you'd be better off watching this on TV at home instead of here. Huh?
Yeah.
And interfering in the match. You know, if he hadn't interfered, Doug Gilbert would have never come out here after.
Jarrett whips him in hard into the turnbuckle. Big kick from dangerous Doug Gilbert, and that stops him cold, Dave. Jeff Jarrett back on his feet. A reversal here into the ropes goes Jarrett. Comes off. Had him wrapped up for the DDT. Dropped him down. Got a 2 count. Gilbert. 2.
Oh, I thought we had a new champion for a second. But it was only a 2 count. Both Morrell and Falk turn around going, only 2, only 2, only 2.
Yeah, they're confirming that fast. That was only a 2 count. Jeff Jarrett going for the suplex. Gilbert hook on the leg. He reverses it and suplexes Jarrett down.
But Doug unable to capitalize on it. Unable to get there for the quick cover that might have given him the count of 3. He drops with a leg, but Jeff Jarrett had moved.
Oh, boy. Just missed him, and Jarrett gets on his feet. Goes after dangerous Doug Gilbert. Slams him into the top turnbuckle. Gilbert fires back. And they're trading punches here now. Jarrett and Gilbert. Doug Gilbert whips him into the rope. Jarrett comes off. Sets him up for that reverse atomic movement. Look at this. Going for a bulldog, Dave. That could do it. Doug Gilbert going for a pin. 1, 2.
Look at Morrell. Morrell picks Jeff Jarrett's boot up and puts it over the bottom rope. That stopped the count at 2.
It was close. Yeah, you had
we
to
saw
go
what
there
you
and
did.
interfere, Frank, is what you had to do. Look at this. Gilbert's got Tony Falk. Oh, boy. Jarrett nails Falk. Gilbert rolls him up, 2.
Once again, so close Doug Gilbert was to being the unified champion. But at the last instant, Jeff Jarrett able to make up a 10. Held up by Frank Morrell.
Morrell holding the chair up.
All right, Bruno is out here talking to him about the chair. Meanwhile, Patricia's up on the ring apron now. She's come run. Oh, Jeff Jarrett's got a chain.
Oh,
Did she throw that chain to Jeff?
She tossed it in there to him, Dave. Patricia, the secretary.
Brian Christopher's in the ring. He grabs the chain. He nails Jeff Jarrett with it. He's out of the ring. There. What?
Referee gets in.
Disqualification.
He's called for the bell, Dave. Yeah.
Disqualification. He's not going to count. Brian didn't bring the chain out here, Bruno.
No.
When he got back in the ring, what he saw was Brian Christopher with a chain wrapped around his fist and nailing. Brian didn't bring that.
No, he didn't. Patricia came.
Yeah, Patricia threw that in there against Jared. Jared's crawling out of here. Look at that. As Morrell and Falk help him out of the area. He was beat. He was gone, and we would have had a unified champion had it not been for the change. But okay, but well, we'll try to talk to him. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Doug's still steamed about this whole thing. I don't blame him.
So we now are going to take a look at the action coming up Monday night, 7:30 bell time at the Big One Expo Center. 7:30 is bell time is at the Big One, Interstate 40 in Hollywood. Our opening bout of the night coming up Monday night. Well, hey, first, I want to tell you about this. At 6 o'clock, you can visit top USWA superstars at our food court there at the Big One Expo Center. And I must mention, boy, they got great food over there at that food court, Dave. At 6 o'clock, you can meet the USWA stars, and 7:30 is the bell time. Now, ticket prices, admission is only $7 for ringside, $6 for the reserve seats, and only $4 for general admission. Parking's only $1. 7:30 is the bell time for the action down there Monday night.
You know, it's a pet peeve of mine. Sometimes it's not a lot, but when they hold you up for parking at places. Well, not at the Big One. Only $1 to park the car. Come on in there. You can bring the family. Have a great night of action at the Big One Expo Center at I-40 at Hollywood. Opening match of the night. Are you ready for this one? USWA tag team titles are going to be at stake. Flex Cabana, Bart Sawyer are going to be going against Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine. Tag titles at stake.
Then you see a ladies match with Samantha versus Miss Texas.
Then a special challenge match. Well, we got a little taste of this earlier. What led up to it? Scott Bowden going against Bill Rush. Bill Rush refereeing the match in which Lawler and Dundee lost the titles. Scott Bowden blamed Rush, and so he's challenged him to a match. We'll see what happens in that one at the Big One Expo Center Monday night.
USWA heavyweight title bout when Too Sexy Brian Christopher will defend the title Monday night against the Punisher.
Then a non-sanctioned match coming up. Superstar Bill Dundee, Wolfie D. This one continues. These guys don't like each other. They're going to take the hubcap. They're going to take a chain, chairs, put them in the ring, make them legal to use, and look out as Dundee goes against Wolfie D Monday night.
Then the main event of the night, Monday night. It is a unified world heavyweight title bout when Sid Vicious returns to the USWA. Vicious will receive a shot at the unified world heavyweight title. It was set out to be the winner of the Jarrett and Gilbert match, and Double J, Jeff Jarrett, won the bout by disqualification here today, and Jarrett will defend the title Monday night against Sid Vicious. That will be a dandy Monday night.
You are right. It's going to be a big one coming up. Hope you and the family will make plans to be there Monday night beginning at 7:30 for the action. Doors will be open at 6 o'clock for the food court and all of that sort of fine thing, too. Hey, we got a little presentation I'd like to make right here. We talked about it earlier. Sid Vicious, everybody thought that he was out of wrestling for good. He was here. He was even going to try his hand at commentating a little bit at one point, but has gotten clearance from the doctors. The neck healed up much better than they had dared hope for. He's been cleared to wrestle again in the WWF and right here in the USWA. And all you fans around this area are going to get to see him. Kind of a special presentation. It was decided by the committee, a comeback of the year, sort of as to say, well, hey, way to go, way to beat this whole thing. We wanted to present it to Sid himself. He had to fly out. He's got other commitments today, so we got the next best thing. Where is Seth? Yeah, bring Seth. Here he comes right here. This is Sid's best friend, Seth, and we'll present this to him and let him deliver it to Sid Vicious himself. Here he comes. Fans love it, too. Hello, Seth. How are you? Listen, I got something for you. I think maybe you heard as you were coming out. We want to give this to Sid. Come back to the...
You have got to be kidding me.
Will you give this to Sid, please?
No, yeah. You may give that to Sid, but I want you to give him a message from Double J. Comeback of the year? You've got to be kidding me. Who's the one who was laid up in a hospital for 2 weeks? Who's the one who didn't know if I'd ever get to wrestle again? Double J, I was out with my back. And what happened to me? They stripped me of my title under 30 days. And now Sid, the big comeback, that is the biggest joke I've ever heard. Everywhere Sid's been, he's getting a big build-up. He's coming in. He's like the second coming or something. And when he gets there, he falls flat on his face. I saw him in the WWF do it. I saw him do it here time and time again. So say, listen to me when I'm talking to you and deliver this message if you can get it through your little pea-brain head. Let me tell you something. Seth, listen up. Look at me. Quit looking at the monitor. Look at me, Seth. You tell Sid Vicious when he shows up Monday night that I'm going to break that pencil neck. Yeah, he acts like he's got some kind of hurt neck. Oh, he's going to have more than that hurt Monday night because Double J, the greatest singer in the world, look at me, the greatest entertainer, and he's going to find out the hard way, the greatest wrestler in the world today. And I will still be the unified world heavyweight champion. Dave Brown, you ain't getting an interview from Double J. This was my time. You ruined it on some silly little plaque. You just wait Monday night. Sid's going down.
We'll see what happens when Sid Vicious shows up. Thank you, Seth. Deliver that to Sid, if you will, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Take a look at the action coming up at the Big One Expo Center, I-40 at Hollywood's exit 5 on I-40, the north leg.
Right off of the exit.
Easy to get to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 6 o'clock, everything begins. 7:30 is when the matches start. Opening match of the night. Get ready. The USWA Tag Team Champions are going to be there. Flex Cabana, Bart Sawyer. They'll be defending against Brickhouse Brown and Reggie B. Fine.
Then a ladies' match. Samantha takes on Miss Texas in a single bout.
Too Sexy Brian Christopher goes against the Punisher. USWA title is going to be on the line. And we've got this special challenge match book. Scott Bowden going against Bill Rush.
Oh, yeah. Then comes the USWA title bout you were speaking of, Dave. When Too Sexy Brian Christopher will defend the title Monday night against the Big Punisher.
And then we've got Bill Dundee going against Wolfie D. This is that match where you put all the stuff in the ring, the chain, the hubcaps, the chairs, and let them go at it.
Then a unified world title bout is the main event Monday night. This one I can't wait for. When Sid Vicious will take on Double J, Jeff Jarrett, unified title at stake.
And that's not all. That special match, that special challenge match, which was just set up here just moments ago, it's going to be Jerry Lawler against Tony Williams. And in this one, it's Scott Bowden's hair against Tony Williams' hair and the $1,000 and the TV title shot. But Tony doesn't have to win a fall. All he has to do is avoid being pinned twice in 15 minutes. Doug Gilbert is out here.
Let's get away from that for just a second. Let me tell you, I'm sick and tired every time I get in the ring, whether it's right here, whether it's in any arena that we wrestle at. I cannot get what I want, and I want the world's heavyweight title. See, Double J, it's not because of you. What it is, see, you've got to get the cancer away from the source. And what I'm talking about, Dave Brown, it's not Double J who's causing me not to be the world's champion. It's the entourage. It's Tony Falk. It's Frank Morrell. It's that little girl, whatever they call their secretary. Well, I want something, Dave Brown. I want Randy Hills to come out here right now. I want to match myself, my rules for a change. What I want Tony Falk, I want Frank Morrell, I want a handicap match. Come here, Randy Hills.
I'm tired of, you don't even have to ask me. I'm tired of the entourage. I'm tired of all that. You want a match?
So I can have what rules I want.
What rules?
Okay, what rules I want, Dave Brown, is I've been lashed. I've had that belt whipped across me right here on this TV, Randy Hills. What I want, Tony Falk, Frank Morrell, whenever I beat one of them, not just one of them, but I get to lash both of them. 10 lashes.
I'm tired of them as much as you are. You got the match.
All right.
Put that one on the card, too. Monday night at the Big One Expo Center. Here's Brian Christopher.
I'm sick of all the outside interference. I can't be there for a tag match, but I'll be watching in the back to make sure there's nobody that interferes in that match, baby. I'll be there for you.
My boss ain't gonna let this match happen. You know my boss.
Oh, look out. Frank.
His boss won't let it happen, but we will Dave.
It's
that
booked.
match will be signed.
All right, it's booked. It all happens. It all happens Monday night at the Big One Expo Center. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, well, let's take a look at some action. Bill Dundee and Wolfie D. This feud just continues. It's been going on. This is action from Louisville, Kentucky. It was a 2 out of 3 fall match. What was that he hit him with? I couldn't either, but yeah, whatever it was, it sure put him down on the mat. That's Wolfie D there. 1, 2, 3. That's one of the falls. As Bill Dundee was able to get the cover. There were also other matches which took place. One in Memphis at the Big One Expo Center. And this one, this was a hubcap chain match.
Yeah.
They were together with a chain. Let's take a look at some of that action, too. With the hubcap there in the middle. And if you could get to the hubcap, you could do some damage with your opponent, as Wolfie D is doing right there. This one came to pass in a previous match when Wolfie was able to use the hubcap on Dundee. And here is Bill Dundee along with Samantha right here. That's Samantha you see kind of bouncing around the left of the screen right there with a microphone and yelling at...
Asking the man to stop being a gentleman. I wasn't feeling too good, and he's still banging me on the head with a hubcap. Now Sam come in here to tell him, just say, look at this lady trying to attack her. What was she doing?
Well, she just threw something in Miss Texas' face, some sort of
Miss
powder,
Texas
too,
tried
did
to
she?
throw something in her face, and she hit Miss Texas' hands and went all over her. We wouldn't do nothing illegal. She's saying, come on, Bill, let's leave, undoing the chain. Now watch this. I was leaving.
Yeah, you were leaving?
leaving.
Yeah, what was she doing in the ring anyway? That's interference when she came in there.
Wolfie D drug her in the ring, and not Miss Texas. Just, you know how they are. They never abide by the rules. Now watch this. This is a weapon on them, this, and I have nothing on my wrist. Look, he took it off. He took it off my wrist.
Yeah, well, you're right about one thing. I know Samantha is not particularly abiding by the rules right here. Look at that.
What she's just trying to help me. That's what you have to do. No, look at this, doing this to a lady. Dave Brown, I promise you. No,
shouldn't have been in there.
Shouldn't have been in there. She went in there to say, come on, Wolfie D, get off him. The man, we was leaving. He took the chain off. He was cheating. Now watch this. See, he headbutted me with the back of his head.
No, he didn't. Yeah, she hit you when he ducked out of the way.
He wouldn't have hit me. He headbutted me in the back. Now all Sam's just saying, come on, Wolfie, this is over. Bill's had enough. We're going home now. Look at him. Watch this. Now look at him. He pushed him. That's a big, brave man, ain't it? Look, getting up on the... Now, look at that. He took a poke at her.
She shouldn't be in there. I maintain she shouldn't even be there.
Bill's not, he wants to go home. Now, look. He backed up onto her and tried to hit her, headbutt her like he did me. Now, oh, he punched her. See, now, this is the... Look at this. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't condone what he did right there either.
Well, I don't either. There's not, now, look at old Sammy here. Just get back live here. Come on. Turn that tape off. We don't want to see no more of that. We want to see what happened here. We look at this young lady's neck hurt. Now they're going to try to make her wrestle Miss Texas Monday night. And Wolfie D, you egg-sucking dog, you. I hate you, you punk. I don't like you. Don't like your mother. Don't like your father. Like nothing about you. Now at the Big One Monday night, brother, you got to get it because they're filling the ring up with weapons, whatever you want to call it, because you're a backbiter and you're a woman hitter. All she did was come in and ask you to stop. And you didn't do it, Wolfie D. You can't beat me in a month of Sundays, boy. And I know you're upstairs, but you got to get out of here.
Yeah, both of you better get out here, and I apologize for anything offensive that Dundee just said. I ask you to consider the source. Here's Wolfie.
You know, you saw on that tape all the tactics that Bill Dundee's resorting to, and you saw him run like a stinking coward just then. That shot in Louisville, you saw him bust a beer bottle over my head. And if you zoom in right there, you can see the gash it left. Well, Bill Dundee, I've asked for this match this coming Monday, and it's something that I feel real confident at, a weapons match. And if you can't tell, I've done a little weapon getting right here. I got 2 hubcaps around my neck, and you never know what else Wolfie might have. Wolfie might reach into his pocket, and he might pull out something to bust you in the head with. I'm talking about a chain. Hey, you never know. Wolfie might reach down. Wolfie might pull out something to jab you in the face with. And I might have a lot more where all this came from. So, Dundee, you better come to the Big One ready, because that ring's going to be full of chains, boards, chains, hubcaps, everything. I'm coming prepared, and I hope you are, and I'm coming to hurt you, Dundee.
Going to be a wild one, no doubt about it. We're going to be back here after we check our time in just a moment. Well, we got this wild night coming up Monday night here, and some special things going on the next couple of days, too.
Yeah, Dave did not get to mention that Lawler's Army will be in action tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, Ripley, Tennessee, at the City Park there in Ripley. 1 o'clock, Lawler's Army in action. Also, Monday night, big card of action coming up at the Big One Expo Center and radio station AM 1030 WSFZ. They're going to be down there broadcasting live again at 8 o'clock.
Don't forget the main event coming up Monday night at the Big One Expo Center. Sid Vicious is back. He's going to be there. He's going to be going against Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, the winner of the match today. He's still the unified champion. He'll be defending against Sid Vicious in the main event. A couple of added matches going on there, too. That should be some kind of main event action this week down there. Don't miss it, huh?
Indeed. Looking forward to that one, boy.
Been a wild day here today. We mentioned that Jeff was going against Doug Gilbert with the unified title at stake. Doug was not at all happy about the way that one turned out and shouldn't be, but Jeff Jarrett is still the champion at this time. We've talked ourselves right out of time and wrestled ourselves right out of time here today. Be back with you next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.